What education and experience did you have when you got your first cybersecurity job? So my first cybersecurity job, I'm coming from the Air Force. And my first job actually in the Air Force was in MP. I was an MP. And my first job, Larry, thanks for that 20, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, sir. First job was an MP, physical security, essentially, law enforcement and physical security. And I cross trained or did a lateral move into computer operations. And the first thing that they had us do was we went to a school where they broke down like what is Linux, the difference between different operating systems, what is Unix, how does it work, what's the computer architecture, what's the difference between. We learned basic knowledge in IT, networking, and stuff like that. And after that, school is like I don't know, 3-month school or something. It's pretty short, maybe 2 months. And then we were doing help desk. That was my first job, but right before any kind of cybersecurity. But what I noticed looking back on it, even though people like frown upon help desk is doing cybersecurity stuff. Because I distinctly remember doing patches on systems. I remember uploading virus signatures. I remember loading different security applications on our systems, on the workstations, on the desktops. I remember that's all cybersecurity, guys. I remember writing work instructions for my coworkers. That's also a part of GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. I remember reading the policy and hating every second of it as a help desk guy. That's all part of governance, risk management, and compliance. I just didn't know it at the time. So my first job was actually for IT was help desk. And it was really great because it helped me to learn soft skills like customer service, like how to deal with the customer, how to say no without saying no kind of thing, like finding ways to fix their problem, basic troubleshooting techniques, how the workstation communicates with a server, what kind of restrictions are between the server and and your workstation, what kinds of things how does the IT department work? Like, how does it interact with incident response team? We had a whole nother team that just did nothing but incident response. We had a whole nother team that did firewalls. That's all they did. We had a whole nother team that did network engineering. We had different teams and subject matter experts that did these things. What happens if we have an incident, a big incident like we had at the time, way back, the WannaCry virus hit? All of us had to get together. They had to form an incident response team and figure out how we're going to deal with it and stuff. All of that exposure helped me to see how cybersecurity worked. And then when I actually went into cybersecurity, I fucking hated it because they had me doing risk management framework. And I was like, what the hell is this? It was all documentation. I was like, this, you got to be out of your mind. I wanted to do firewall. I wanted to do networking. I hated it. But now, man, they're paying the hell out of me doing GRC work. It's GRC work, governance, risk management, and compliance. And I learned to do it so well and so efficiently. I know it so well that it's easy for me. It's like brushing my teeth. I just been doing it so long. And then they're going to pay me to brush my teeth. I'm like, yes, okay. I can deal with this. And then sometimes organizations will contact me and say, hey, Bruce, could you write this document here? And I'm like, hey, what are we working with? Okay, we're going to pay you X, Y, and Z to do this document. I'm like, okay. You know what I mean? Like, and then I wrote a book about it. And I'm like, I put it out and people were like, man, this is really good. Bruce, this is really good, man. It's really good. Can you write another one? Can you write one about this? I'm like, yeah, I can. My first job was to answer your question. It was help desk. That was the first one. But I realized that that was really the first exposure to a cybersecurity. Rookie, man, thank you so much for that $10. Thank you, Larry. You guys have been extremely supportive. Thank you so much for your support. And look at this, Liquid Death Fund. Shout out to Larry and Rookie, man. Thank you so much for your support.